I am Doomsvince, and this is day 6 of Spawn Year.
According to my handy laptop that only gives me information on what I've read so far, McFarlane had to rename Overkill because there was already a character called Overkill in Guardians of the Galaxy. It's funny that the reason behind his name makes a lot less sense with Overkill. He loves his job and always goes well above and beyond the call of duty when hired to kill someone. Thus, Overkill. Just to be sure, I looked up the word overt in the thesaurus Doomsvince gave me, which, incidentally, only includes words that have appeared in Spawn comics I've read so far, and overt kill really shouldn't mean to kill beyond necessity, but rather to kill really obviously. The name's fine, he does certainly kill really obviously. I just think it's funny that the explanation of the name McFarlane couldn't use remains despite renaming him. Overkill is a lot of fun. He loves his life. He gets giddy when someone hires him to kill someone, and despite the silly walkie-talkie bolted to the side of his head, he seems to love being a cyborg. And anyone who isn't the least bit self-conscious about having a walkie-talkie stuck to their head is at least a little bit awesome. 6 issues in, Spawn is a character who really comes off as brooding a lot, standing around mulling over his new existence, and waiting for things to happen that he can react to. He reacted to Violator, he reacted to Billy Kincaid. The only real proactive thing he's done on his own is to check in on Wanda. 2 issues later, he's sitting in an alley trying to decide if he's going to interfere with her life or leave her alone. I sympathize with his ordeal and all the things he's complained about and continues to complain about, but if he doesn't start taking some control over his own life, I'm going to stop caring. That's why I was a little excited by the end of this issue when Spawn goes to get an arsenal of guns so he can go up against threats without draining his power. I wonder why he just thought of this, but at least he's using his knowledge and his skills and doing something. Violator's whole plan to kill mob bosses for what turned out to be really no comprehensible reason hasn't worked out well for Spawn. Since the homeless residents of the alley have taken Spawn in, the biggest of the mob bosses sends guys in to kill as many as it takes to draw Spawn out, believing Spawn to be the mob killer. I wonder if McFarlane contrived Violator's heart-eating plot just to get a lot of people mad at him so he'd have someone to fight. It sure seems like it. There are ads for upcoming issues written by some of the greatest comic writers working: Neil Gaiman, Alan Moore, Dave Sim, and Frank Miller. And that's probably the smartest move McFarlane has made so far. When Overkill fights Spawn, and Spawn realizes Overkill has a personal vendetta because he was told Spawn as a Youngblood, still with the inter-company crossover business I see, Spawn just stops fighting him and gets lucky when Overkill runs off thinking Spawn is dead. I wonder why he doesn't just try to talk to Overkill and explain he's a Hellspawn and not a Youngblood. It might not sound real far-fetched to a cyborg. I do really like how over-the-top this world is, and that McFarlane is blending genres, throwing some sci-fi into the mix with all the fantasy and horror. The last full-page spread of Spawn collecting all his military gear is real overkill. He's got to weigh 3,000 pounds with all of that. I like this page so much, I'd consider getting a poster of it and putting it on my wall when I get out of here, if I didn't think I'd be completely sick of Spawn by then. Signed, Captain Logan.